Freedom of Information Act. FOIA. BZ Watchdog News Network.
What's up, Watchdogs, patriots, freedom nerds, and everybody who's ever watched a small-town government panic when somebody asks for receipts. So I stroll into the City of Coolidge Council meeting on December 10th, 2025, and before I even sit down, I can feel it. That thick, awkward tension in the air between me and Chief of Police Brett Pledger. You know that look you get from somebody who hoped you'd never come back with paperwork? Yeah, that look. Now remember, this is the same chief I filed a police report with after Mayor Tonia Bruckner's husband, Brad, decided to do his best Dollar General tough guy routine and make verbal threats in public. No camera rolling, my bad, but the report was real enough. And how long did it take Chief Pledger to call me back and investigate? Almost a month. Apparently the investigation consisted of wait, hope BZ forgets, closed case. Spoiler alert, I didn't forget. Then the stories start pouring in from locals. No patrols in the school zones when kids are getting dropped off and picked up. Chief allegedly hiding in his office like it's a panic room. Patrol unit out front just idling away on taxpayer gas like it's an emotional support vehicle. So I do what any responsible, mildly irritated investigative journalist does. I pull his TCOLE history and find out this guy has job hopped more than a carnival worker on closing night, with gaps in employment big enough to park that running patrol car in. So naturally, I hit the city with formal Texas Public Information requests. Naturally, they blow off the deadlines. So I send them a formal notice of non-compliance under Texas law. And today, the city's secretary hits me back with this masterpiece. Due to scheduled responsibilities and heavy monthly workloads, open records requests will only be processed during the fourth week of each month. Translation: we're too busy to follow state law. Please check back during our optional compliance week. Sorry, Coolidge, but your website policy doesn't override Texas Government Code Chapter 552. You don't get to put transparency on layaway because the inbox hurts your feelings. Last month, the mayor said she missed the meeting because she was sick. This month, she showed up, and honestly, City Hall still looks pretty sick. The question is, are they worried about my request because they're not compliant? Is the chief protecting the citizens of Coolidge, or just the mayor and her husband? And what other alleged nonsense is going on besides playing hide and seek with public records? We're going to dig into all of it. Be sure to smash that like button, drop a comment, share this everywhere, and let's roll the highlights from the Coolidge, Texas City Council meeting, where the motto seems to be, in records we trust to stay hidden.
Okay.
It's time of life, and no one else came forward for the company. On behalf of all these here, we thank you all for the good job that you all are doing. We pray that we will move forward in a very positive way. We see a lot of negative in the community, but we're growing, we're moving. We still got to make progress, y'all. We got to work together. Hate is not the way. And so what we need to do, we need to think about it. Why do you hate? And who do you hate? And for what reason do you hate? Do you hate the mayor for the progress she's making and trying to make? Our last mayor would only have one chair in there for the council. What would you all say? I always demand to seek that one chair. But then, now we get someone that's trying to improve the city every way, improve the lives of each and every one of us and everything, and include everybody, not just certain people based on color, race, belief, or affiliation, whatever kind of way. But she can include everybody. And this makes so many mad. I wonder why. I thank God for the ones that are here, and I have to hope and praise y'all. Ask God to help y'all to encourage your hearts, whether it be on the council up here that you talk with and everything. All have fallen short. All the backbiting and doing all kinds of talk and everything. And so the thing is, it's still the same. The ones you talking to and plotting with and everything, doing this and that all, do you think you'll be able to trust them later? You had your way with it. God didn't show up.
Good deal.
Okay, Margaret.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. I would like to figure out how I get the stop sign regulation, a copy of that. And I would like more than just one stop sign added in Coolidge, especially 7th and Curvin, the rest of the way from the school, on 7th and Askew, on 7th and Rourke. It's on my side. On the other side of town, you know, I don't see all of that. But there are speeders, there's gassers, there's people who don't turn on blinkers. Okay, there's so many kids in this town that I'm worried about getting ran over. Kids, all that. Dogs won't get put up, so they're trying to outrun their dog, and they end up hitting one of my nieces, trying to outrun their dog. Let's put up a stop sign. So I would love to have more stop signs. Yield signs, everything. Whatever we can do. Thank you.
Margaret, just to confirm, you said 7th and Curvin, Askew, Aurora.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All the way down 7th, all the way down 8th. The traffic from the ag barn gets a little wild sometimes. Coming off of Old
Just
Armour.
stay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, I got something to say. What is it, the problem?
Oh,
Hang on.
sorry. Sorry. There you go.
Why is it the city hall has to be closed, during normal hours? That people can't come in and pay their water bill? If you need to go to the main post office, why can't you do it on your lunch break? And yes, there also needs to be more stop signs. The police officer needs to patrol more in Coolidge. There's a lot of things that need to be changed. There's so much traffic up and down through and 403 Warwick Street in front of there all night long, and during the day, the people are flying through there. And nothing, you don't see nobody, but I have to call the county for the county to come out and patrol. County does a better job, apparently.
Yeah, I get up here. I think it's my turn.
Okay.
Yep.
I got a lot to say tonight. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I was waiting for you.
No, go ahead. Well, I missed you, Tonia. It's been 2 months. I'm still waiting on that doctor's note because you seem like you're sick now. So there's no way you could be sick 2 months in a row. So I'm gonna get that out of the way. I'm willing to accept your resignation at any time. Mr. Henderson, it's not about hate. It's about doing the job. It's just like Miss Lisa said, for you to do a job, you actually got to show up to work. If you don't show up for work, can't get the job done. And according to that video I posted that I actually got from Miss Lisa, she actually tried to pay her water bill in the rain and made a comment that the police cruiser was there, which means Pledger was there, and Tonia was there, according to her. So I don't know what was going on behind closed doors. I'm not going to make any allegations or accusations because that's not what I do. I work on receipts. But if there were 2 employees there, why weren't the doors open, especially in the rain? You guys got cameras, so you know that she was walking up. So I don't know why people are being turned away. I know somebody was actually posting something at the post office, putting the notice up because I had somebody over there. I think it was Regina that was actually over there posting the notice. But you guys aren't doing what you're supposed to do. In fact, Mr. Burkeen, I'm surprised you allowed past the deadline for my open records yesterday. I haven't gotten notification. You guys have violated the Texas Public Information Act. The complaint has been filed. Okay, now it's not Mr. Burkeen's fault. You are the chief administrator of records and you're setting everything to him to delay everything. That doesn't fall on him, but I'm making him aware. You got my email. I notified you guys ahead of time
that you guys have violated that time yesterday. No response. Office is closed now all week? Huh. Again, how are we paying for services that we can't use? And going back to the stop sign thing, actually, let's use better use of our police. Why don't he sit out there and patrol during the school time to make sure people aren't speeding when the kids are supposed to be active in school? You know, we're not going to have him work, or we're not going to have him patrol and hit out there on the highway and write tickets. Why don't we have him during the school hours when the kids are there crossing, in morning and afternoon? Why isn't he just being visible? Be visible. That slows people down because they're going to be afraid of getting a ticket. Obviously, those little flashing lights don't mean nothing to them until they're red and blue. Write them up. If they're going to speed in the school zone, write them up. But bottom line is, y'all ain't doing y'all's job. And I don't want to have to come do it for you, but that's what it's been for like the last 3 or 4 months I've been here. You guys want me to do your job. Tonia's phasing off in La La Land, ignoring me. So, I mean, that's what she's doing right now. Deer in headlights. You know? But I'll accept your resignation at any time before charges start to happen, because you have abused your office. I don't hate you, but you're just doing a horrible job. And time.
I've got 1 minute left.
And there you have it, Watchdogs. The City of Coolidge Council meeting experience. Trademark. Where the tension is thick, the excuses are creative, the transparency optional, and the chief looks at me like I'm the final boss in a video game he forgot how to play. We walked in with questions. We left with even more questions. Because somehow, every time someone asks for accountability in Coolidge, City Hall responds with the same basic strategy. Delay it, deny it, pretend you didn't see the email. We've got a chief who treats investigations like a part-time hobby, a mayor who's sick every time accountability walks into the room, a city secretary who invented her own personal version of the Texas government code, and a council that looks shocked that citizens actually want their tax-funded services to work. Meanwhile, the public, they're just trying to avoid speeders, protect their kids, pay their water bills during normal business hours, and maybe, just maybe, see a police cruiser doing something other than idling like it's waiting for its emotional support animal. And when the people speak up, what does leadership do? They stare into space, look confused, deflect responsibility, and pray nobody notices the giant flashing neon sign that says, "We are not doing our jobs." But don't worry, Coolidge. BZ is watching, and I don't do this for gossip. I do this for receipts. The kind that city officials keep trying to hide, misplace, delay, or pretend don't exist. So if you want the investigations to keep going, if you want the sunlight to burn through this nonsense, if you want every excuse, every lie, every violation, and every red flag exposed in full high-definition glory, donate to the channel, become a channel member, pick up some merch, and rep the BZ Watchdog Nation. Because transparency isn't free, and City Hall sure as hell isn't going to volunteer it. Don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment, share this everywhere, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook. I'm your boy BZ, and remember, sunlight is the best disinfectant. I'll catch you in the next video where the excuses will be weaker, the lies will be messier, and the receipts will even be hotter. BZ Watchdog is out.
Freedom of Information Act. FOIA. BZ Watchdog News Network.
BZ Watchdog.